Hi, I'm Vivian, and I wanted to make this very brief video to explain a little bit more about the Joyful Breaks program, but also to explain more about the why behind why I'm offering this program and why I feel you would really benefit from participating, especially in the free trial that I'm running at the moment. So the structure, just for those of you who haven't read any of the information yet, is very simple. On Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I show up for you live twice per day for 12-minute mini breaks each time. And all you need to do for that is to click on a Zoom link and you just get right into the meeting. You can have your video off. I encourage you always to be away from the screen and to really just follow my invitations that I'm guiding you through, or to find your own way of being in a meditative place or moving, or whatever it is that you need in that moment to take a break. In fact, at least one of my members has admitted that she often takes this time to have actually a mindful eating experience, which is also just so incredibly nourishing, just to create that space without looking at a phone, without reading something, without having 1,000 thoughts in your mind, just to taste the food or have a mindful drink of tea, for example. It can be so valuable. So that's Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And then on Wednesdays, I have a really special something that I love to share for you, and it's called Conscious Rest, and it's about a half-hour session, and about 20 to 25 minutes of that is taken up really consciously resting. It's an incredibly restful and regenerative practice. It's like being awake but also resting. I mean, that's why I call it Conscious Rest. And so at the end of that, we have a little sharing. Again, that's entirely optional, but it can be really valuable to reflect at the end of those sessions. And once a week we have, I send out reflective questions so that you can reflect on the week. There's normally a theme of the week. So, you know, one week might be exploring water in the body and also maybe even water outside. It's really up to you what you make of these. But the themes are just there to guide you gently to explore something specific. And sometimes it's as simple as slowing down. Sometimes we focus especially on our breathing. So it really, really changes depending on what comes to me and also what I see resonate with my members. So a little bit about the structure, that's what that was. And then next, I want to talk about the sensory movement meditations that I offer in these mini breaks and in this conscious rest session once a week, and why they are different to traditional meditation. So they're movement meditations, so meaning that you are always invited to move, and you are always invited to just follow the lead of your body, to follow your comfort. As you notice different things emerge in the body or bring your attention to different areas of the body, you might discover places where there's discomfort or tension, and then I always invite you to move through that or breathe through that. And so you might just find that you find more ease in your day through that. Just an example of how they can work. They are different because what I weave into these meditations is knowledge of the anatomy of the body. And so in my mentorship and in my studies that I do outside of the program, I am experiencing myself how my body functions, and so then I translate it to your body into the meditation. So for example, I might learn more about the structure of the lungs and how we breathe, and especially fascinating is just the whole structure of the middle body and how the organs fit together and how the diaphragm moves up and down and massages these organs. So these are the kinds of elements that I integrate into the sensory movement meditations. So while you're in this space, you're also learning to feel in your own body, oh, this is, you know, maybe like this is where my liver is, or this is where my stomach is, and you know, noticing your heartbeat, or noticing how the blood flows through your body and where you might be able to feel it. So that's why this is a different kind of meditation to a traditional, as I would call it, traditional sitting still meditation. And my experience of these meditations from a somatics perspective, so I can talk about that more another time, but from my experience, it's been that slowing down is so sacred, and spending time with your own body is so sacred. And so maybe you'll get a glimpse of that, and I do hope you will, because when do we ever get time just to ourselves, to just slow down, take care of ourselves, pay attention to ourselves? It almost makes me emotional because the experience of it is just, so rare in our economy, in our fast-paced world today, in our world full of technology and distractions. And it's so important for us to just pay attention to what's happening here. And so by being present and by paying attention, we have access to real life, to what's really happening for us. And that is what is so sacred. And through that, you learn that your body is a messenger. You learn that it's worth listening to your body, that it can guide you, even through uncomfortable places, to a really joy-filled and fulfilling life. And that is my hope for, especially for the solopreneurs who are working so hard, like me as well, who really feel like they have to push through all the time and just do one more thing. But actually slowing down and pausing for a moment will probably get you further than pushing through. And that brings me to my last piece that I wanted to share, which is especially probably resonant if you are any kind of creator in a creative capacity, which I think many of us are anyway. If you're an entrepreneur, you're a creator because you're always creating. And also if you're someone who holds space for other people, who holds a kind of a safe space, a container for other people to discover things. And so this is one of my favorite quotes. It's by Martha Graham, who was a dancer. And it's a little bit long, but I find it quite inspiring, so hopefully you will too. And then after that, I will close. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium, and it will be lost. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable, nor how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours clearly and directly, to keep the channel open. You do not even have to believe in yourself or your work. You have to keep yourself open and aware to the urges that motivate you. Keep the channel open. And so that is really what Joyful Breaks does. It's about tapping back into that channel and that inner wisdom, and then living from that place. And that's why I am offering this program. Thank you for watching, and I do hope to see you on the program soon.